Guys, what the hell is going on at Salvage Nation? Last year, I was posting 2-3 videos a week, and then it just seemed like something changed. Well, a lot has changed, and in this video, I'm gonna be explaining everything. You're gonna get an update on those cars behind, a few more cars inside. Actually, this is what's coming up. This is one of my favorite mods. Unfortunately, have a look at the wheel, man. Like, look down there, that is nuts. George has been driving this car.
They've just stopped the whole M25 for me.
Battery smoking.
None of this means anything so guys, stay tuned to find out exactly what I've been up to and why you've not been seeing regular content from Salvage Nation for the last 3 months.
Salvage Nation.
We've got classic minis, Lexus RX450s there, update on the R8, update on my M2 competition, update on the Scirocco build, and we've got something new right there. There's a lot going on at Salvage Nation. So first up, do you remember this 2021 RX450h? My brother bought this car. This is going to be his new family car. We took delivery of the car and we got straight to work. Here's my brother, you met him, and we did tons of work. We found lots of water, but we got the car running, and as you can see, this is how you left it. Well, here's the update. So guys, first up, my brother's car, Lexus 450h. This car looks a lot worse than it actually is. And we had a bit of an issue with this in terms of finding the parts. It's a new car. There's not a lot of used parts in circulation. Like, guess how much a bonnet for this car is from the main dealer. So we're looking for a bonnet, but I went ahead and I stripped this down. I've got a video loading. As you can see, I've test fitted this headlight. I've actually got the other one in the car. We went ahead and we purchased tons of parts. I've got a pair of wings. If you look up there, that giant package, that's the front bumper for the car. So we're gonna be getting this video out for you guys as soon as possible. We're going to start with the front end. I've got a new radiator to fit. We need to continue stripping down this area, but you'll see all of that on the next video on this car dropping soon. Let me know if that's something that you want to see. If you haven't seen the video on this car, go back, check it out. There's no airbag damage. There's literally front end damage. The 2 rear quarters have got some damage, and the rear boot lid. We're gonna just replace the rear boot lid, replace all the damaged parts on the front end, and my brother is gonna be driving this car away. Next up is my infamous Audi R8 V10 Plus. This was a major moment on the channel, the first ever supercar that we purchased. We got this car from Copart over in Rochford. It's never been in any accidents. However, it was a stolen recovered car. There was major wiring work that needed to be done, but I fixed it, and that first start was so special. Once we got the car started, I went ahead and completely rebuilt the interior, and the rest is history. And this is what the car looks like today. So guys, as you can see, it looks like a supercar, it sounds like a supercar. I've completely rebuilt the interior, and everything is looking crazy. We confirmed it was all original paint, had it ceramic coated, and we had the steering wheel retrimmed by VPEX trims to complete the build. Now let's break it all down. Okay guys, so you've seen this car's an absolute beast. This car has never been in any accidents, all original paintwork, suspension, nothing. I've not had to touch anything. You've seen the build, literally just the interior and sorting out a bunch of wires. And the plan for this car is I need to get rid of this car. I've had it long enough. I've done everything I can with it. I'm gonna try to sell this car. I was thinking to raffle it, but I just think it's a big car to raffle. I don't know, you let me know. I can't make my mind up. I need your help. Let me know what you think I should do with it. But I wanna get rid of this car and use the money from this and maybe buy a Lambo or buy something crazy just to kick off 2025 with. And that's the plan of this car. Fully loaded. It's got every single option that came with this car at the time of purchase, and that's because this car used to belong to Audi. This was a show car sitting and literally just showing off every single aspect, every option that was available for this build. Have a look here, it's got the carbon package, carbon there. Look up here, we've got more carbon with the R8 sign in there, carbon buckets on the side, carbon. It's absolutely nuts. And to top it all off, you've got the carbon on the rear right here as well. It sounds amazing, looks amazing. It's just a class car. We've got ceramic brakes all round. The braking power on this car is crazy. Like I said, guys, every single option that's available on the spec sheet, this car has got it. So if you're interested, let me know. 2 keys, full service history. It's got 28,000 on the clock, stolen recovered. And yeah, this is the pride and joy of Salvage Nation, but it's time for it to go. Next up is my unrecorded. That's right, this car is HPI Clear. It's a 2019 BMW M2 competition, and this was genuinely one of my dream cars, so I couldn't wait to get stuck in. I had to do a little bit of jigging work just to line everything up. I went ahead and I changed the rear quarter panel, got the car into paint, and I went ahead and fitted a new airbag kit with an upgraded steering wheel, and I went ahead and did tons of mods on this car, and genuinely, I was living the dream, but little known to me, that dream was about to turn into a nightmare. Guys, 60% of you lot who watch all my content are not subscribed. Click subscribe. So guys, like I said, everything's turned into a nightmare, literally. Now, let me explain. I've made it to a point in life where I was completely settled, planned out so much, and I was able to pump all of my energy into this, what you see every day, and I had a drive to do it for the family. Now last year I disclosed a little bit of what's gone on, and I got a great response from you guys, so thank you. But literally for the last few months, I've been sorting my life out. That's literally it. I've been looking for a new place to stay. I've been sorting out visitations. If you want to understand what the last few months have been like for me, go check out Steve-O the Madman doing an interview with Chunks on their podcast. And I heard that, and trust me, I felt it. You see Steve-O the Madman, if you're ever watching this, Steve-O the Madman summed it up perfectly. I pride myself on being a dad. I pride myself on being, listen, look at this. Audi R8, my dream car. I'm sure a lot of you guys watching is your dream cars. I'll tell you now, none of this means anything if you lose the one thing that keeps you going. And for me, that's family. I'm big on family. My little one would always be like, I've put him on the channel a little bit, but my little one's always like, Dad, can you take me out in the R8? He's 4 years old and he's telling me he wants to go out in the R8. Like, I live for those sort of moments. So it's been a massive, massive readjustment. And like I said, everything was planned out, not just with the channel, not just with this place. Remember, I gave up everything I knew in London. I moved down here. I've been sorting life. That's it. And then on top of all of that, I had a subscriber try to blackmail me. Now, I'm not gonna say too much more on that because I'm waiting for him to bust the first move. And then I've got all the receipts here. For all of you guys who've been rocking with me since the car park days, I've always been authentic. I've always given you the true energy and a true representation of everything I'm doing, the highs and the lows. And over the last few months, I've been working, I've just not been making videos, because to get in front of a camera and speak to you lot and be authentic, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, man. It's been tough. None of this goes anywhere. None of this means anything if life at your core isn't sorted. So I just wanted to update you lot. But yeah, go check out that interview with Steve-O the Madman and Chunks, and he sums it up perfectly. I've got new plans, got to get back the energy, come back, hit you with something big for 2025. Let's go out and check out that M2. I've done tons of mods, tons of work. Let's go out and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, as a daily driver, this car was filthy, so let's clean it up. Cheers, mate.
We love the Beamers, the Benz, the Porsches. All of my fans are not as supporting. Style with nothing but look at us now. Whoever supporting, I'm making you proud. Whoever supporting, I'm making you proud. Salvage Nation, look at the squad. We're up in the front line, look at the car. Look at the car.
So like I said, this car is 100% complete, and in the final video, I've done a ton of mods. The mod that I've added has completely transformed this car. Here is just one of them, but let's go around the car and let me explain exactly what I did.
Gonna take time, yeah. Don't trip, yeah. I remember being broke, never having nothing else to my name. I remember when no one believed in me, now they say I'm a star like Billie Jean.
Alright guys, so on my beloved M2, this car is unrecorded. It's completely done. It's 100% done. I've got a video recorded for this car. As you can see, we went ahead and added these yellow lights. They look sick. On the suspension, I've done something nice with the suspension. The car is sitting a lot lower. For the exhaust, we've got better exhaust notes because I've done a custom exhaust on this car. All of this is going to come up in a future video very, very shortly. It's remapped on a stage 2 map. I've done tons of mods to the car, but have a look at this. This is one of my favorite mods that I've done to the car. And a lot of you guys, I remember I put a post up on my Instagram, people were telling me, don't do it, but I think that looks class. And this car has been a daily driver, but now I'm gonna be putting up for sale. 2019, 20,000 on the clock. HPI clear, full service history, 2 keys. It's got a ghost immobilizer. It's fully kitted out. It's got the cornering lights. They just dance around at night. They're crazy. It's got touchscreen. It's fully kitted out to the max. Daily driver, and that's the update on the M2. Let's head back and get into the next one. Okay guys, next up is the white Scirocco. If you look right here, George actually came round. He's brought the red Scirocco. George has been driving this car for about a month now, coming up. We done it around Christmas time. He's been driving this car every single day. It's been completely fine. So guys, I'm sat here editing and I spoke too soon. As soon as I said the Scirocco was fine, literally George drove off and then this happened. If any one of you got caught on the M25 where it was shut down, literally shut down last Friday around, let's say 5, 6 p.m, middle of rush hour, we might have something to do with that. Check this out, crazy.
The Scirocco is dead with no power whatsoever. I can't even do the hazard lights. The police have kindly stopped for me. They've just stopped the whole M25 for me. How much of a pain in the arse do I feel? They've stopped the whole 25 for me, the whole M25.
So I got a panicked phone call from my cameraman George. If you remember, we just rebuilt this car and he was stuck on the M25 and they had to close the entire road just for him. After getting the car recovered to a safe location, he had to sit there for hours. But then my guy Ollie decided to take a trip and go help him out. And this is why you need good friends.
He's arrived and he's gonna rescue me.
Now after getting the car recovered all the way back to the SN garage, this happened.
Yeah, battery smoking.
Like literal smoke.
Yeah, look.
So as you can see, things were not looking well. Scary times. Have a look at the battery. It was overheating, and you can see there was a sign of some sort of a shortage. So after some investigation, I found that a broken engine mount caused the engine to lean down on one side, which then in turn pinched one of the positive wires, causing it to short circuit against the chassis. Hope that makes sense. This is a blessing in disguise because the entire engine could have just fallen out on the M25.
What time is this, George? I've just got back from the M25 and Dee's already fixed the car.
And you shut down the whole M25. So disaster averted. Now it's time to continue with the update. I'm still stuck trying to find engine, gearbox and running gear. I'm looking for an R32 with the 3.2 V6 engine. I'm gonna fit that in there, and I'm looking for a quattro version or 4x4, 4Motion, whatever it's called. And we're gonna be transforming this car from 2-wheel drive, front wheel drive, to 4-wheel drive. I wanna bag it, and then I wanna spend 500 quid on Temu or AliExpress and just get whatever crap I can get to mod it, whatever 500 quid is gonna drop me, and turn this into a track car or even raffle it at the end. So that's the plan with this. If you've got another idea for a different type of engine, I've been looking at Audi TTs. So I'm keeping my eyes out, keeping my eyes peeled, and if I find something, we're gonna kick this one off. Next up, we've got a BMW M235i, tons of mods, but it's got tons of damage to go with that. This one is crazy, let's break it all down. This car is completely modded up, but it's completely messed. Do you want to see this on the channel? Yes or no? This is literally just content. If you guys want to see it on the channel, I'll rebuild it on the channel. If you've had too many BMWs, let me know. Right here, you can see I've actually got the crash on video. Have a look at the wheel, man. Like, look down there, that is nuts. That's the alloy, it's completely broken off, and the tire has actually come off, like literally, it's a mess. But what's worse is, bonnet is gone, wing is gone. Showing them here, this is wild. Top chassis arm is completely folded in down there. You can't even make any sense of it, but I can deal with that. The problem is, if you look here, This is the strut tower where the suspension is bolted onto the chassis. This is meant to be straight, guys. So you can see that that is curved up, which means that this strut tower has pushed or shifted to the left, and that's going to be a major issue. So if I do rebuild it, the engine's got to be dropped, and then we need to expose all of this, and we can either try to pull it, or we can separate it from the rest of the chassis and replace the entire corner of that chassis arm. So it's a major, major job on this one. Do you want to see this on the channel? Yes or no? Let's check out the interior. As you can see, all the airbags have gone off. Well, not all of them, but the driver, the passenger, and that curtain airbag over there. And I'm pretty sure that the seatbelt tensioners are going to be gone as well. That's a complete airbag kit. I'm not concerned about that. We can sort that out without a problem. Coming around, there's actually not a lot of damage on this side. It's actually really nice. It's wrapped. Underneath the car is black, and I'm hoping that the paintwork is all right. On the rear, there's no damage. Coming around, there's no damage. All the damage is on this side. Have a look here. There's something going on with this door. It's chafing and it doesn't want to close. I reckon that those hinges are gone. This entire area has shifted, so it's not lining up, and that's why it's mainly chafing right on this wing here, and then it's pushed in there, and it's got, have a look at here, that big old gap at the back. It's not closing, so there's a lot of work on this car to be done. The only other update is the Mini. I've just dropped a video on the Mini, so you've seen that. We're working away on the Mini. Then we picked up this super high mileage, 200k on the clock. I know some of you might think that's not high, but yeah, 200k on the clock for literally, I'll tell you later, cheapest in the country. However, the wet belt is gone, so it needs either an engine repair, engine rebuild, or a new engine. If anyone's got any ideas or a new engine, or if you can help, do get in touch. Have I got the key? Super clean, it's just the engine. It just does not run. Like I said, the wet belt on the engine, it's a common issue on these models. So if you know how to repair that, or if you've got a spare engine, do get in touch. So guys, there you have it. That's been a quick little update on all the cars here at Salvage Nation. You know what I've been up to, what I've not been posting. And speaking of posting, I'm actually on the lookout for the next project. Have a look at these, tell me which one you think I should go for. So I've been keeping an eye on this GTR. It's one of my dream cars, and I really would like to put in a bid for this one. However, it's a little bit, there's something about it that's putting me off. So there's hardly any damage. If you look on the front, it literally looks like someone's just removed the front bumper. There's no big damage there. And the reason why that worries me is if you look at this picture, you can tell that it's had a lot of mods to this engine, but there's power there, but it clearly says it does not run. Lots of mold everywhere in the car, so that means it's been sat somewhere for ages. You can clearly see it's got 2 keys. Here's that mold there again. But then if you scroll down, it says, with only 79 on the clock, it should be running. It says it does not run. I'm not 100% sure on that. Other than that, I was looking at this. This is a 2012 GT86. Would you like to see this on the channel? Repair it, mod it, probably raffle it. So I'm keeping an eye on that. Then for the Scirocco build, finally found an R32 Cat B. I'm gonna try to see if I can win this. If I can win this at a reasonable price, I'll get it. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. I'm looking for the next project. Let me know out of those 3, or if you've got another one in mind, do let me know. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of this video. If you like it, press the like button. If you're watching this, guys, 60% of you lot who watch all my content are not subscribed. Come on, it will really help me. Smash that subscribe button, and like I always say, keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one.